Got it.
Good. So I was on this date, and it was like fifth, sixth grade, one of those weird, awkward times, where you kind of feel weird about it. And I was like, oh, I'll bring flowers, thinking that, I saw that in movies and stuff, so that's got to work.
Oh, the little romantic tie.
Yeah, no, I thought that would work. But grade, one of turns out she was allergic. And she was just sneezing the whole time in the theater, and that's all I just remember that, and then I know it went nowhere after that. But because I felt so embarrassed about it.
Oh.
But that was like, God, it's so long ago. But I wish I could remember the movie too. It was like Anaconda or something like that.
Did you at least get like a kiss from her?
No, this is like before. Nothing. That was like too awkward to hold hands. Man, this was the 90s. Sneezing. Like this was before all you kids and your drugs and sex and stuff.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. When was your first kiss?
Oh Jesus.
You brought that up. We got to dive into it. You brought it up.
It had been like fourth grade.
Fourth grade?
Yeah. It had to be like fourth grade. I wish she ended up being a cheerleader on the Broncos for a little bit. No joke. So that's nice.
Very nice.
That's hitting it out of the park early, I guess, and then failing ever since.
No, not true. I'm trying to think. Like, that seems so young to me because I'm pretty sure my first kiss I was in like 9th grade. I was a freshman before my first kiss.
I was 13.
See, maybe I was just too, awkward. But yeah, it was this guy I was dating actually for 3 months, and I wouldn't even kiss him because I was too nervous and awkward. And he finally, it was Easter, and he came over to my house, and my mom was so mad because she was like, it's only family time. Tell him to go home. Well, he pulled me outside, and it was raining, and he like forced me into this really awkward kiss because he was way, way taller than I was, and he was trying to like make me stand on my tippy toes. And I was like shaking, and it was cold and wet, and he had these weird lips. It was the worst experience ever. And then I ran into him at Starbucks. He was my barista. And I get up to the window, and he goes, "Oh, Vivian, right?" Like as if you don't remember me. Anyways, I don't know. Boys. I've got a good couple of stories. Let me think. I'm trying to think of a good like Tinder date. I mean, I had the really good one where I met this guy in Tinder, and he claimed that he was a millionaire.
Oh, this guy.
Yes. And he shows up at my house and in a Tesla, and I'm like, no fucking way. Like at first I thought he was kidding.
It's my dad's.
Yeah, shows up at my house, picks me up in a Tesla, and he goes like, "Where do you want to go to eat?" And I said I didn't care, wherever he wanted to go. Indecisive women moment, right? And he took me to Old Chicago, which kind of made me laugh. And the entire time, all he talked about was his ex-girlfriend who was crazy obsessive and couldn't handle his busy schedule because, he made so much money he didn't know what to do with it. And I was like, okay, great, cool story, right? Well, then he brought up how he was tired of people wasting his time because they were only after him for his money. And pretty much the entire dinner was talking about him and his great wealth and how he could retire, and he was only 26 years old, and how wonderful and magnificent he was. So he took me home, and I was like, okay, this was pretty horrible. Well, he wanted to see me a couple days later, and it was Valentine's Day. And I said, all right, fine, we can go out. So it was the day of, I'm all ready to go, and he last minute messages me and goes, "Hey, I'm stuck in a meeting. I'll see you maybe Friday." No sorry, nothing like that. I was like, okay, great. Thanks for making me wait around all night, doll myself all up, and then I'm just sitting at home hungry and hangry. So the next day I went into work, and of course, like the girls, we all gossip, and they asked me how my date went with the millionaire, right? Because everybody's like, ooh. They asked me, they're like, well, have you ever looked at his Facebook? No, I never looked him up. So we pulled him up. Turned out he was in a relationship with this girl that he told me he had broken up with because she was so crazy and clingy. They'd been together for 2 years, and he posted this picture like, happy Valentine's Day, babe. I made you like beef Wellington. Like,
Oh, yeah,
so I took a
beef Wellington.
screenshot of it. And then later that night, he had messaged me again and like wanting to hang out. And in the middle of our conversation, he sent me a random dick pic. Yeah. Oh.
Quality.
Unsolicited dick pics. Tongue twister. So yeah, so he sent me that, and then I was kind of trying to play it cool because I hadn't decided.
Hold up. Now, what kind of dick pic was this? Because there's a lot of different kinds of dick pics.
It was like,
From the side.
Yeah,
like,
like-
lift up high.
What are we talking about?
We're
here?
talking
You
about,
can't-
like,
well,
he was in his
It's supposed to get
pajamas.
personal, and you're like dancing around the dick pic.
oh, you want the
part.
details? The
The show's
details.
called The Bad, the Naughty. and the
Oh,
Stupid.
dirty details.
You hit the bad and stupid so far, but you totally danced around. The dick pic part.
Okay.
'Cause
All
I-
right. No, it was more. I mean, it wasn't a good dick pic. I don't know what is a dick pic ever good. I don't know.
It was not.
is
It was
there
not up to
Is
the
there
par.
such a thing as a good dick pic?
I think
don't
you
know.
have to do the Captain Morgan.
The Captain
like-
Morgan stance.
Like, I think that's the only way.
True. Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
there is a good dick pic.
And it definitely was not that.
So Captain Morgan pose. No, so he was in like his pajamas, and I'm pretty sure they were like a Scooby-Doo pajama bottoms. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And he wore Batman slippers. And it was just like right
It's
around
the
like his
mystery
knees. No, it's down to his knees.
detectives.
And it was just like him holding his little tiny appendage.
Appendage.
I mean, yeah, it was not impressive. And I was like, oh, great. Thank you so
An
much. That just
avocado.
turned my day around. So after he sent me this dick pic, I was trying to play it cool with him until I decided what I was going to say to this girl. I decided I either needed to say just something to her and leave him out of it, or say something to him and leave her out of it, like one or the other. The dick pic. Okay, so I decided I wasn't sure which one I was going to do, but I wanted him to get caught at least and get into trouble.
Yeah, make sure that she actually like heard what he had to what you had to say instead of him.
Yeah, because if I go to him, he's just gonna lie and be like, "Oh no, nothing's going on there. Like we can just still be friends." And
Right.
I just didn't want to hear his excuses. He could lie his way through it. But if I told her, then he'd actually really get busted. So, thanks to my father and his brilliant words, I sent her a message with several of his screenshots. So what I did was I erased his name. This is. Girls, you want to get him caught, this is what you need to do, though. You have to provide proof, because girls won't believe it, and they want to trust their man because we're dumb, and you have to provide proof. I've been in a situation where somebody wouldn't, and
Yeah, they wouldn't say anything, and they'd just be like, "Oh, just trust my word." Like, I wouldn't lie to you about this. When
Yeah,
it's,
and she was like,
really
"Oh,
a salty
honey."
ass bitch.
yeah, and I was like, okay, I don't believe you. So I sent her some screenshots. I deleted his name so she could see it was his phone number, proof that he came and was at my house, ready for our date, like the actual making plans and then wanting to see me on Valentine's Day, all of that. Sent it to her. Might have also sent her the screenshot of his dick pic. And when I was getting to it,
Wait
the
a
words.
second. This is familiar.
Yeah, right now it's like, I mean, you want
noticed that
proof?
You
freckle.
said that first? Did you
might-
said
I
that
mean-
first? And she's like, hey, that's... He just comes out of the shower, right?
it's just, like,
he
held up.
happens to be like the perfect angle. Really? I don't know.
Yes, exactly. Well, you know, I mean, she's obviously seen it before. I figured it'd be solid proof.
She's
So-
never seen one before.
What's that? That's what that looks like. So I sent it to her and I said, hey. Oh, and I screenshotted his Tinder profile. Sent it to her and said, hey, do you know this guy? He keeps trying to date me and send me pictures of his dick. Maybe you can tell him to lay off. So she replies like instantly, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We actually broke up in November, but I'm still living with him right now because I couldn't afford to like move out. I know." So I was like, "Yeah, you know, if I were you, I would just want to know." Well, then boom, I get a message from this guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he goes, "What the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you make my life so much harder?" I'm like, "Oh, please. Your life's so much harder. Millionaire driving a Tesla, like owns a condo in Denver and Aspen and